Okay, so I'm going to start off with index 3, and this is what it looks like at the moment if we're up to speed, okay? And what I want is when I click on this menu button, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a side panel to appear, right? And you've seen the side panel on lots of apps before. And the reason we use the side panel is it makes really good use of the screen. So we can either push stuff off or overlap or however we see fit, all right? So what I'm going to do here, just find my side panel. Okay, so inside the page one is where we're going to create this panel, all right? So I'm just going to give myself a wee bit of room here, and I'm going to set a div up, and div data row. I've got the page data row equals panel, and it knows that if we call it a panel, it knows it's going to behave in a certain way, and it will be hidden, right, by default. We'll give it an ID because we need to refer to it by ID. Now, I know we've got about, is it 4 Mohammeds and 3 Marks in this class? Right. 3 Mohammeds, 3 Marks, okay. 1 mark left, right. 2 marks, right, okay. There was 4 marks at one, right, okay, right. So, if you think of your name, Mohammed, and I get 2 of you looking, right? Right, so I say Mohammed, 3 of you look at me, right? That's not ideal, okay, as we've discovered. So, if I was to refer to you in a computing system, I would get your student ID and call you by your number, right? So I would say, Mark, you've the 3 marks. I would say 201, and you know it's you, right? And that's an ID. An ID is unique, whereas a name is a class, all right? So an ID means that there's only one panel on this page, so it's called my panel. Okay, you see that there? Right, so all I'm then going to say is data dash position. And you've got a choice here, it's left or right, and I'll go for left, okay? Right, a couple of blank lines, close my panel, and put a wee comment, end of panel. If I can get you guys into the habit of commenting when you close a div, then I'm doing better than me because I never comment them and it just falls apart. Right, but do you see the benefit of putting the wee label there? You just know exactly what you're working with. Right, so I've created this panel. So I'm going to save my code. I'm going to save this as index 4. Okay, you can just save it as index if you want. Right, index 4.html. And then I'll get my browser opened. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, it looks like it's done nothing. I click menu and it still looks like it's done nothing. Right, I know why, sorry. Right, I forgot to do something. Right, so see the menu button. If we look in the code for the menu button, there it is there. And at the moment I've put a dummy link in, because I've just put a hashtag in. So what was the panel's ID again? My panel. So I put hash my panel. Whenever you're referring to an ID, you always put a hash in front of it. Yes. What that does is it tells it it's an ID. All right. And there you go. Now you click on it and something's trying to happen. Click on it away. Okay. Now there's nothing in it. That's because I've not put any content in it. So if I go into my panel and just put in paragraph, this is a panel, and save that, you'll see now it says this is a panel, right? Putting in this as a panel isn't massively helpful to us, right? So what I'm thinking is that we would put some hyperlinks in there. Okay, so rather than having this as a panel, I'll just take that out. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an unordered list. Okay, and I'll say data dash row equals list view. Okay, and in this case I'm going to put li, and I'll just put in home. And li is for list item. Put in li again and just say suites. And then I've got to end my unordered list. Okay. Save that. And now you've got something that resembles kind of hyperlinks, alright? Not quite hyperlinks because I've not set them up to do anything. So what I want to do around is at this point is just put ahref equals, and again I'll just put in dummy links just now, okay? And the same with this again. Copy that. Just change that to suites. Save that and refresh it. And now it looks more like hyperlinks, so you can click on them to make them go. As I say, they're dummy links at the moment, they don't do anything. Alright. Right, okay. Now, you'll notice up here, which I should have, up in the, see we've got data role equals page and ID equals page 1. See after that, see if I put in the data theme in there. Data theme equals A. Right? Change that to data dash theme equals B. And then if you refresh your app, you'll see you've got a totally different look to it. Okay, so that's in the data role ID equals page 1. What's that? That. Okay, so putting data putting data theme B equal, and if you put in C, I think C looks rubbish actually. Okay. What's that? Right. We okay with that? Right, so we're going to go and look at a Themeroller now. I'm going to go on to a browser and see if you just go to Google, right, or into Chrome and just type in Themeroller, right? And you'll see Themeroller jQuery mobile comes up, right? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, and click on that. Right, so hi, click on get rolling, right? And what you'll see here, right, if you all take a wee minute to look at the screen, you'll see you've got settings A, B, and C, and that's A, B, and C there. Just like you guys could picked out A, B, and C when you were messing with the themes. So, bearing in mind that mine is for suites, so I'm going to choose a kind of bit of a garish theme for my colours. So, what this lets you do, you can code it over here, but what you can just drag and drop your colours. Right, so say I decide I want a yellow background, drag it there. I want a pink herring, and I want green. I want green. Let me see. Sorry. Aye, but it's like it's for sweets, right? Right, I'll try. He's a very boring, right? I'll dial it down at minutes. See, that's horrible. What with that? That's alright, eh? Right, you go with that. Right. Now, you're right. Right, it's my app now. I'm going to make it look like I want. Right, so bear in mind that mine is for like sweets, so you want it quite bright and colourful. The grey I'm not too keen on. No, let me see if I can. Button normal. So the button normal, I think that's what I'm messing with here. Yeah. So you can see you could change the colour of the buttons as well, right? I don't know how well it'll look. You're right, it does. Do I want to, or do I want to get another? Right, we'll go with this. Okay, so all happy with that? Right. It doesn't look. It's not brilliant. I'll be honest with you. But you can. Last week you looked at the different colour schemes that you wanted to use and stuff like that. So, right. So this is A. If you want, you could set up a B one as well. I'm not going to do that, right? But you can set up A, B, and C how you want them to be, and that means that you can change them with the flick of a button. All right. So I'm only going to do one just now. But if you want, obviously, if you want to do B, you just drag it in and you've got it. Right. Now, at this point, what I want to do is download the zip. Okay. Now this is all about putting the right files in the right folders in the right place, right? So watch this carefully. So I'll download the theme, right? And I'll call this call it refreshers, right? Because also a packet of refreshers. Okay. And then click in download. Now it tells you here how to use your theme, but I'll come to that in a wee second, right? So download the zip folder and you should see it downloads there. Click on it and open it. Okay, there it is there. Now, at this point it looks fine, but I've got to extract the files, right, because they're zipped. So I have to click extract files, click on extract, and it opens up. Now, what I'm interested in here is the themes folder. I'm going to take the themes folder and copy it. And I'm going to find the folder that I set up at the beginning of the lesson. Just take that out. And I'm going to paste it into my folder. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm just going to paste it in here. Now, I want to see what the instructions are and how to set this up, because in the themes folder I've got a lovely style sheet that I've got to access. But what I'm going to do is go back to my folder and double click an index. Oops, I'll open it with Chrome. And it gives you instructions as to, well, there's what it looks like, but these are the two links that I want. Alright, so I'm going to copy them. Now, this is all about where you put them in the right place, right? So that links to the theme refreshers, and also it's got the icons that I've set up, alright? So I'll copy that, and I'll go into my notepad file. Now, it's up in the head of the document. So if I save it in the moment, right, my document looks like this. Okay? No, I've not done it yet. Right. So my notepad over there, that's fine. Now, if I go and take the code and I paste it in the head of the document, that's where it should go. Say I stick it there, right? And save my document. And refresh it. Try again. And it hasn't worked. Index 4, index 4. Okay. What I'm going to then do is cut them back out of there, and I'll stick them down the bottom and save it and refresh it. And it's worked. Right? By the way, horrible. Right? But it has worked. Click on there and it's worked. Now here's the thing. If I was to give you two instructions, say I was to say, Muhammad Julian need this man to me. So I give you the instruction, stand up. I want you to stand up. right? I want you to sit down, right? So that's me giving Mohammed two instructions. He did them in order. Yes. Now, what happens if I can only give you one instruction and I override it? So I say stand up, sit down. Right, you don't stand up because I've told you to sit down, right? So this here, see lines 9 and 10 that I've pasted in. If I put them up at the top of this, in the head of the document, they get overridden by this style sheet. That overrides that. That's why it doesn't work, right? But if I take them out of there and put them underneath it, then it works. That's why it didn't work the first time. Okay. Now, I had in the head, I'm going to change that to B. And if you remember, just before I saved it, I put that as a purple heading in B. So it's downloaded the 3 themes, and again, you just get your choices. Right? I only need you to do one colour theme when you're doing it. That's how you do it. Just always bear in mind, right, that you need to download the themes folder, because that's where all your stuff is. Okay, and that's how you make a nice looking mobile app. It's not the best colour scheme, granted. Okay. So a fair bit we've covered there, but you should be able to try and use Themeroller now and get your own colour scheme in. Alright, give it a go.